Hey everyone, welcome back. So, in the last class, we have seen branches of statistics and types of data in stats, data population and sample data. I hope up to these two topics, it's pretty much clear that whenever a question is being asked, then you can easily differentiate whether it's a question of descriptive statistics or inferential statistics. And if in the problem statement it is given about the sample collection or the group of or a bunch of data sets, then you can easily recognize what is population data and what is sample data. Okay, now let's move ahead. In today's lecture we'll be seeing about variables and cases. Okay, and one more topic that we'll be covering will be the types of data, that is categorical data and numerical data. Okay, now first let's see what are variable, cases and data sets. Okay, now, as the name suggests, variables, it means it will be it does it its value will be varying. It will not be fixed or constants. Okay. So whenever a data set is given, suppose it is given in the form of an Excel, then all the column names, all the attributes of that table, that is what a variable is. Okay. Now come to the cases. If the data set is in the form of Excel, then it is generally in the form of a table. Okay, it is in the tabular format. So individual row is what we call case, or individual data observations is what we call cases. Okay, now coming to the data sets. Okay, so variable plus cases is what creates a data set. Suppose there is a data having hit power, punches, kicks. Okay, as variables, that is the name of the columns or the attributes. Then now we start filling the entries for each column. Okay, when you will fill it, it will generate a row. Okay, then that row is what we call cases. Now coming to the data sets. So if you have entered 3 to 4 values for each attribute which you have defined earlier, then once the data entry is completed, then the looks that you will get would consist of the column names and the entries you have given, which combinedly forms a data set. Okay, so that was all about variable, cases and data sets. Okay, so now whenever a data set is given to you, I hope you can recognize what are variables, what is an individual data observation or cases, and what is a data set. Now moving ahead, that is categorical and numerical data. Okay, now once you have given a data set, and if you know a categorical data and numerical data, then by seeing the data set you can easily recognize whether it's a categorical type of data or numerical type of data. Now before moving ahead, let's first understand what is categorical and what is numerical data. So as you can see in the points, that is, in the categorical data, numerical analysis and mathematical analysis on categorical data is not allowed. Okay, suppose there is a data set of your city. Okay, it contains the district number, name of the city, pin code. Okay, these three are the attributes of the data set, and we know that the attributes is what we call variables if its value is changing. Okay, now suppose name of the city, or name of the city or district, whatever you want to take. So let's that name of the city, you cannot, on that particular name you cannot perform any mathematical operations, right? Suppose there are 5 entries that is, there are 5 city names in your data set, then and if you want to perform some kind of mathematical operation on that column, it's meaningless and it's of no use to. I mean, what kind of operation would you like to perform? Would you add that pin code name to that city name? Then the value that you will get will be a garbage value. So it's really not feasible, and it's illogical to perform any kind of um, mathematical operation on that categorical data. Okay, categorical data, they are generally qualitative in nature. Okay, they can be grouped easily. That is one sense. Suppose you are given a city name, the same example, then you can group the cities according to their starting alphabets, right? All the cities which are starting with A can be grouped one. All the city name that are starting with letter B, they can be grouped in another group. So they can be grouped. And yeah, the last one is what I have said right now. It's really not, it is not meaningful to perform any kind of mathematical operation on categorical data. Suppose you are given a pin code in this example, or a jersey number. If you have a football data set, match of football data set or cricket data set, then it may be possible that there will be a column of jersey number. So adding all those jersey numbers is really meaningless. Same goes for pin code and phone number. If you are going to add all the pin codes, then the value that you are getting is really a garbage value. Same goes for phone number. If you are going to add phone numbers, it's meaningless. Okay, so some example of categorical data is this: pin code, phone number, and jersey number. Okay, now let's move ahead. We have another type of structured data, that is numerical data. Okay, now numerical data are quantitative in natures. Okay, the categorical data was qualitative. It has some qualities in it, but it is quantitative in nature. Okay, and on numerical data, mathematical operations are allowed. So suppose if you are given a number of punches in a data set, so you can perform some kind of mathematical operations, that you can calculate the average of those punches. So you can get to analyze that in one fight, how many punch on an average number, how many punches can be thrown, something like that. Okay, so you can perform that mathematical operation on numerical data, and the result that you will get after applying any kind of mathematical operation would have some sense in it. Okay, they have numerical properties and they have measurement units. Okay, kg or kilometer per second. Suppose a data set of car is given, so it will have its speed, maximum acceleration, all those fields. So it all those quantities have some kind of units, right? If you are given speed, if in a data set there is a column of speed, then obviously it's well known that the unit of the speed will usually be in kilometers per second or meter per second, kilometer per hour, something like that, but it will have some units. Whereas categorical data, there are no units generally for categorical data. Suppose, let's take an example of pin code. So in pin code, it does not have any unit. Phone number does not have any unit. Jersey number does not have any unit. So they are unitless generally. So that was all about today's lecture. In the next video, we'll be seeing the types of numerical data, and we'll dig dive uh, and we'll dig deeper into all these concepts. Okay, till then, watch the previous videos and wait for the next one. Thank you.